Hello guys, so I'm sitting here crafting and my hands are starting to hurt, so I figure I will take a little coffee break and have a little chat with you about pliers and wire wrapping. But first, I just wanted to show you, I got some Easter cards. This one and this one is from my two aunts. This is from Lily and this is from Elin. And with their card, they sent me a little bit of money. So what I did is I bought a little scratch ticket so I can get rich. Maybe. Never happens, but you know, never know. And a little bit of candy. Yay! And then I got an Easter card from one of my former teachers from Värnamo. Her name is Annika, and I love tulips. So, yay! I got 3 Easter cards. Yay! Happy. So, what do you say, guys? Shall we scratch this guy? And no matter how I do it, someone's gonna get annoyed because we all have our different ways of scratching. So this one, you need to get 3 of the same numbers. So it's pretty standard. Pretty standard stuff. Let's see if I can scratch with this one. Because I always get the little scratch stuff stuck on my nails. I don't know if that's the same for you. I don't want to scratch this first, because if it says like times 10 or something down here, then I know there's no winnings, and then I just ruin the whole ticket. So I start at the bottom. So I have 90. That's about 9. Now this is Swedish crowns, so if you're like dollar and pounds and whatever, just move the decimal points. So that's about $9. That's about $6. Oh, another $6. Can we get a third one? Another 90. Okay. 30. 30. Oh dear. None of the big numbers here, but let's see. Okay, so 10,000. It's about $1,000. Let's see. 10,000. Oh, so we have 2 on each. So it's up to the last one. We have 230, 290, 260, and 10,000. Do I really want to watch? Yay, 90! Now we can scratch this one. And it says times 1. Yeah, it always says times 1 when I win. It's double or anything. So yeah, $99, give or take. Let me just get this. So 90. Yay! Wow. I never win. I mean that's just wow. So that's about 3 new lottery tickets. Or some more craft supply. Okay, let's talk about pliers for a bit. I have a bunch here. I think it was 2 or 3 that I couldn't find. So let's talk about it for a bit. Let me see, so I get them in the right order here. And I have, let's see, those were there, and that, and there, and there, and there, and there. Okay, so here we go. So this too came from one of my absolute first plier kits that I got. So there was a kit of 4, and the other 2s are gone. And I just recently found these again, and +1 flat nose plier. It looked flat nose. When I say flat nose, this is what I'm talking about. See how flat it is? So it looked like this, but with these handles. But they were so rusty, I just tossed it. These 2 I still kept. I don't know why the lighting is off. I think it's because it's white over there and the mug. Let me move my coffee cup for a bit. There, that's a little bit better. Anyway, so these were my first. I didn't start up wire wrapping jewelry. When I started wire wrapping, we did something called hobo-crafts. Let me get it. I'll show you some example. Yeah, I'm running around. I'm running around. I'm running around. I know it's boring. It's boring. It's boring. I should have prepped better, but I wasn't planning on filming. I just whim of the moment. I didn't plan on filming. So these are hobo-crafts. This is, you can have a candle in here, or you can have some candy, and this one is you can have candy or whatever in here. That's the bottom. It's kind of hard to get it all in frame at the same time. Maybe if I do it like that. So it's a big bowl. This is what we call hobo-craft, and there's a lot of stuff they made also. The little placing that you put the hot pot on the table, using metal wires. I'm gonna put these away again. So the hobos were walking around in the countryside, and they found maybe some fence wire, or some, they got a little scrap wire here and there, and they made beautiful stuff from that. So that's where it came from. So that's what I used to do. I made like items, usable everyday items, like hooks and stuff. Oh, I have hooks somewhere too. I don't know where I have them at the moment. Oh, never mind. They're in the other room. So I used, like, you see, these are thicker. This plier has teeth, because when I use thicker and stronger wire, like fence wire or something like that, I need something with teeth. But then I started to read up on wire wrapping jewelry, and then I needed something a bit different, because these were making marks in jewelry wire, because jewelry wire are a lot softer. So I needed pliers that were like flat, and this was also really thick. As you can see, the tips here, it's quite thick. So I couldn't really get into anywhere, and I also didn't have a round nose pliers. I didn't have one. So I was like constantly using knitting needles. I still have my favorite needles here. They're never far away. This is my favorite knitting needle. It's well used. It's very scratched up. I have the pair here. Same thing there. It's very scratched up and danged up. I don't know if you can tell. You can see there. It's really... So these were what I was using for a long time instead of round nose pliers. That worked, but it was a bit trickier. So then I found this set. It also had a flat nose plier that is missing because for some reason the handle broke off. And these are steel. It's steel in here, and just rubber coated steel. So I don't know how that happened, but it broke off. This, however, is still one of my favorites. But as you can see, it's pretty messed up. It doesn't fully close anymore because it's been so well used. And I have to like really, really squeeze like crazy to get it to close. And still it doesn't. You see, I'm squeezing all I can, and it still doesn't fully close, which means I drop stuff and it's really hard on my hand. So this is something I need to buy new. But this one is not very good to use for jewelry wire, because you can't really get into crevices and stuff and snip stuff, because it's very thick, very bulky. This, however, I use a lot when I do fix up furniture and stuff. If I need to snip off the head of a nail or something, to, sometimes the nails just don't want to come up, and sometimes I snip it off and just leave it in there. So these I use for that, but I hardly ever use them at all. And also these kind of cutters, as you can see, they have a little, on the back here, they have a little crevice, and they have a big one at the top. So they kind of work like scissors, but don't cut. So when I snip a wire, I'm going to show you on this wire because it's kind of thick. So I'm holding my hand over it so the scrap doesn't go flying. But you see, it gives, oops, let me move this. It makes the wire kind of pointy. Can you see that? gives it a kind of a pointy, and it's very sharp. So I was using, since I have a chainsaw, I have a chainsaw file. So I was like constantly, you know, filing to get it smooth, and it took so long. It wasn't funny. So I was like wrapping, and then I was sitting there with my file and, you know, filing the ends, and it was really tricky. So I wasn't too happy with this kind of cutter. Also, I didn't have a round nose plier, but then I found, let me see what order we're going. Oh, wait, this came with the first set. Yes, these came with that first set here, over here. And these I love. And these are also very well used. They are getting really, you know, wonky and stuff. It doesn't quite show on camera, but it doesn't fully close. It looks like it closes, but it doesn't fully close. So I have the same issue with this one as I have with this one. Plus, this keeps popping sideways, so I don't have any help. It doesn't open. The spring is just all over the place. The spring has sprung, so the spring is like, now it's stuck there, and you know, it's really annoying. So anyway, these two were my favorites, and I've used them like crazy, but I still needed a round nose plier. So I found this one, and I found this one in a hardware store. So these were my first round nose plier, and you can see they have gone full on wonky on me. They're supposed to be like that, but they are like that. So they're well used, and they are really getting wonky. I don't know what else to call it. Wonky. They're really getting loose, and they don't give me fully straight. But I still use them a lot for making jump rings. If you're interested, I'll show you how to make jump rings with these. But these I loved. They were so tiny, I could get in everywhere, and they have a flat cut. Now these are well used. They are getting really dull. And what I didn't know when I bought these was never use this on steel wire. And since I use steel wire at times, I mess these guys up. Now, I've been trying to sharpen these so they are better than they have been, but I don't know if you can tell, but they don't fully, how should I show that? How do I show that? Can you see now, maybe? Yeah, you can see my hand through there. It doesn't fully close anymore. Just the tip fully closed. So these are still my favorite wire cutters, but they are very dull. Now let me show you the difference. So when I cut with these type of wire cutters, so it's not that hard. I just don't want it to go fly everywhere. And let me show you what it's like with these. So here's the cut I just did with the other cutter. Can you see how pointy that is? Maybe if I show it this way. See that little point, that little edge there? Makes them really sharp. But with even though they are dull, the cut is straight. Now, since it is dull, it's leaving a little bit of a doink in the middle there, but they're basically flat. And that was a game changer when it came to making jewelry for me. It's not that important if you do the crafting, the hobo-craft. You don't need a straight cut, and you can use pretty much any wire you have. So for hobo-crafts, this one works perfectly. Also now, I'm doing a bracelet here. I started here. I have another one that just disappeared. There it is. I have this one, and these are made with steel wire, actually real steel wire, and that stuff is hard, and I can't cut that with this because this is quite a soft one. So actually today, and this is yay, today I actually bought a new one of these. I found it online for $5. $5, and it's called electronic cutter, and this one was too. But they have the flat cut, as you can see here. See that difference? It's flat. It's supposed to be flat, but mine are well used. Okay, and this one, as you can see, they have that little divot there, so they kind of leave a little. Anyway, so I used these two guys for a long time, but I wanted a smaller, to really get the little smaller loops. And that's when I found this set. Now, can you tell my pliers are old? They are really, they're well used and they're old and they've been around for a bit. So I got this set, and I really liked this one and this one. Again, not a big fan of this one, but it's useful. So I have a ton of these. I just realized how many. I wonder how many I have. So I have 1, 2. So I have these many. Okay. These are still my favorite. Can't use them for steel. So I bought this set, and as you can see, these are a lot finer than this. Oh yeah, focus. Hello. So you see the difference, but they are both well used and they're both really wonky. They don't close the way they're supposed to. They're well used. I can tell you that. So these three I still use, but they're well used. I still use this one too. Not this one as often anymore, but it still comes in handy every now and again. So then we have the latest 4 cutters that I got from our friend Letty. Thank you, Letty. Again, one of these. And this is actually sharper than these guys. Maybe because it's not used that much. So it's a lot sharper than these guys, which is really appreciated, especially now that I'm working with steel. So this is the cutter I'm using for the moment when I'm working with the steel bracelet. This one, I have been missing one with teeth that are slim. Because when I do my, I should show you my hooks. Give me 1 second. Yes, I have my shoes on. Yes, I'm stomping around. Okay, so here's my hooks. Let me just have them in an old candy jar. So when I do these hooks, as you can see, I use pretty thick wire, and it's steel wire. It's an old fence wire, and it's really, really tough wire. And then I'll wrap it. This is another steel wire. This is just from the hardware store. Chrome coated. This is chrome coated. This one is just cut. Oops. Stuck together. If you wonder what these numbers are, I put them up for sale every now and again. But you kind of have to hope that the right person see them, because come on. Hang on. Okay, anyway, so this is also called hobo-craft, but I'm doing it a bit more. Usually this isn't wrapped, but I don't like this wire that much. Usually we use called elephant wire. It's like a black steel wire. I use that for this one. This is elephant wire. But since I have old fence wire, I'm using that. But it's not the prettiest wire, so I like wrapping it with something else. This is just regular brass wire bought at the hardware store. Now this is time consuming. Takes a lot of time, and I put these little charms and the little dangly beads and stuff there, and you put the screws through these holes and you put it on the wall. So when I do this, so when I work with this fence wire here, when I bend it and when I shape it before I start to wrap it, it's really hard. It's very tough, and to have something with teeth is essential. So I have been using this one, but as you can see, it's really chunky and it's hard to get the finer details. And I've been using this one to make the little curves and stuff. As you can see, yeah. But so to get this one was a game changer when it comes to that. However, I would not use it for jewelry since it has the teeth, because that will mark the wire so easily. Because when we do jewelry, we usually use copper or copper coated wire. A lot of the silver wire that we see, I mean, silver is also a very soft metal, but a lot of the times when we use silver wire, it's silver coated copper wire, or in this case, it's steel wire just in painted. I got this pink wire, by the way, from the girl that I'm making the Easter egg for. So that was a game changer for that. So I'm not using this one for the jewelry, but I do love using it for my hobo-craft. This is perfect, and I didn't have one like this, so I'm really happy. Put my hooks away. So that's my little thoughts about wire pliers. Wire pliers. The different types of pliers. I see a lot of people use these for crafting too. And if you have a softer wire, when you do the little swirly stuff like this, when you do the spin, if you have a softer wire, you don't need to have a flush cutter, because you can just, when you push on here, you can usually push away the sharpness. It goes in, it hides behind the bead or hides within the other wire and stuff. So you can use this one, and especially if you're using a lot of weaving, like where is it here? I'm working on multiple projects at once, can you tell? So when I'm using this thinner wire, when I'm doing weaving, if I cut this one, it doesn't make a big difference if I use a flush cutter or if I use like a regular cutter. So yeah. I talk a lot, don't I? I talk. I just realized, you know, when I talk a lot, I normally don't talk because I'm home alone a lot. Sounds so weird. I normally don't talk much because I'm home alone a lot. I don't know why. It sounds so strange. Anyway, so now that I'm talking to you guys, I feel like my throat just, I don't want to talk anymore. It's like 15 minutes in and I just want to shut up. So anyway, so that was a bit about the pliers. And the Easter egg that I was talking about and doing yesterday, I'm actually going to make her a bracelet instead. Probably something along these lines, but different colors. So I'm going to do a video on that, on her bracelet, when I do that. I'm just going to finish the one that I'm doing at the moment. Did I put away the ones that I was going to use? Hang on. It is... No, there it is. That's the right one. That one I need. This one I need. And where's my new round nose? These are... Oh, these are the new round nose from Ladies, and they close. They actually close. Look at that. These, where are they? These are so bent they don't fully close anymore. See that? Can you see? Yeah, now you can see. They don't close fully anymore. But these close. Yay! So, but I'm not using these for the steel wire because I don't want to damage these right away. So I'm still using these for that. So I need that one, I need that one, I need that one, and I need that one right now. These I can put away for now. So these I'm using for this one. Where did I put the start? There it is. So this is what I'm working on. So I'm gonna do this off camera because working with steel wire is tricky, and that's not a way for me to show you how to do it, to show you the technique, because I will be hiding the project most of the time. So I'm going to put these guys away. And I'm going to get started. I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to do her bracelet. That's probably going to look something like this. But most likely with either of these two colors. I'm not quite sure yet. Oops. My first plan was to use these dark purple, dark lilac beads. Doesn't want to focus. There it is. They look blue on camera. But I talked to her mom and she said either these two, so maybe make a mixed bracelet with both of them. I don't know. We will see. We will see. But for now, I'm gonna finish my cold coffee. And I'm super happy about this. And I'm also very, very happy about these Easter cards. So I'm gonna put them up on my, I have door to the cupboard where I put all the year's postcards that I get. So, and I clean it up after, when it's time to take down the Christmas stuff, I take down the Christmas cards and all the previous year's cards, and then I start over. And I only have one card up there as of now, and now I'll get 3 more. Yay! So, if you want to send me a card, just feel free to do so. Just holler at me and I'll give you my address, and you're welcome. So I'm really happy about this, and I love tulips. I love tulips. This is so pretty. So I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna upload this video, and I hope to see you guys soon with a bracelet. Have a happy day. Have a happy crafting and all of that good stuff. And I'll see. Oh, wait a second. Wait. It's Thursday. It's Easter Thursday, Good Thursday, whatever you call it. Last year, today, I uploaded a video where I was reading from Scandinavian folklore book. Did not do a really good job at it because the first of all, the book is from 1800 something, and it's British English, and it's old British English, so it was really hard to read. But I did read a story about how the witches rode on the brooms to Blåkulla, and it's Thursday, Easter Thursday, they go to Blåkulla and have a meeting with the devil. So if you're interested, I'm gonna see if I can find the video. I'll put a link down below and you can go watch that one. So without further ado, I'm gonna close the video now because I already said bye, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!